Hello. So I'm looking at my Ultra Pro 12 page side loading binder. No, 12 card per page side loading binder. And this is basically a complete collection of every card that Tomokazu Komiya has illustrated and a few other little things. So I wanted to go through this as be as thorough as possible. So the first page here is the vending machine cards. So these are all glossy cards. They're all Japanese exclusive artworks. This Voltorb's pretty classic. People who don't understand Komiya will look at this and say he doesn't know how to draw a circle. So it's nice that there were 12 there. Pretty convenient. And then we move on to some promos. So these are Black Star promos. That's number 32 and number 43. I put those first before I went into the main set cards because that Slowpoke is the first English release that I know of for Komiya illustrated cards, and that's Neo Genesis. So these are all Neo Genesis. Moo Moo Milk I put with the Japanese counterpart since the artwork is different there. Pokemon March, that's a great artwork. I included both Polytoads since they're technically different set numbers. This one's hollow. This one's non-hollow. This Delibird is pretty rough shape. I couldn't afford a minty one. So we're in Neo Destiny now, I think. Or sorry, Neo Revelation. This is Neo Destiny. The Slowking. Nice homage to this card in Sword and Shield alternate art, Chilling Rain one. And I'll just look at every single one of these for a second and mention anything of note that I can think of. This is a proxy, obviously. This was never printed in this size. It's initially a jumbo card, but this was a proxy that I bought from Pokerock James, so thank you very much. I would never have been able to afford that, and it wouldn't have fit in the binder anyway, so I'm more than happy to just have a proxy. This is one of my favorite pages, so the first, I think, 8 or 9 cards here are from the Versus series, which was a Japan exclusive, and every card in that set is first edition. It was only ever printed in a first edition. And they're all Janine's Pokemon. Komiya did each member of Janine's party, so they're all poison type. And these ones are a little harder to find since they were Japanese exclusive. And then we go into, what are these? Just e-reader. I don't know the e-reader sets. Expedition, I think. I have a Japanese Pidgeot, and then the hollow version in English. So that one was hard to get. That was one of the very last cards I got for this binder. Bulbasaur. And then they reprinted this artwork from the Neo Genesis one. Got the fighting evolutions. No Hitmonlee though. Interesting. I got Tyrogue, Hitmonchan, and Hitmontop. All right, here we on to Skyridge, I believe. I love the Skyridge cards. This is a proxy as well, if you couldn't tell. I do have this card, but it was slabbed. This was also one of the last cards I got, and I ended up finding this CGC 8 for cheaper than a raw version, so I just picked that up. And then we have some Japanese promos here. So these are all Japanese exclusive promos. We've got, I think it's called like Touch Tag Pass or something. These were handed out at like parent-child tournaments or something. I don't know a whole lot about these cards. I think they're pretty rare, generally kind of hard to get. And then this is a Pokemon Card Fan, which is also another pretty hard to get one, Japanese exclusive promo. All right, moving on to a later e-reader set. This is Aquapolis. Not overly familiar with e-reader sets, so to forgive my ignorance there. This is the same artwork, but it's a different printing. So this was from one set, and this was from a deck. You can see a little Latios symbol in the bottom. So I just got both for completion's sake. All right, got some nice hollows here. I remember buying this one online, and I didn't have a picture of it, and I wasn't expecting it to be the pre-release stamped version, so I got a really good deal on that. Very happy. I ended up with a free pre-release stamp one. Heracross, one of my favorites. And it's just so interesting to see how the art style changes over the years. Another pre-release stamp. I don't remember deliberately buying these, but I guess when I was buying all these in bulk, they just got thrown in. I've been collecting this since like 2018 or so, so I don't think back then a lot of these cards were very like expensive or sought after. For it, another one of my favorites. I've noticed in this era, like the couple of years that these cards are from, the Pokemon just look angry or sad. It's a very common theme. Every Pokemon has a pissed off expression. Another pre-release there, Dragon Frontiers. Delta Species Dratini, grass type. Delta Species Wooper, also grass type, and another Dragon Frontiers pre-release. Power Keepers pre-release, Aaron. And I was not collecting at this time. I may have had a few of these cards in my bulk just from collections I had bought more recently, but the majority from this era I had to buy as singles. So I just went on TCG Player and I went down the list. It actually took quite a long time to, I love that Munchlax, to compile the list of every Komiya print or Komiya illustration that has been printed on cards. Took a lot of research, and I cross-referenced quite a few online lists. I used, Cerebi, Pokemon Card Database, Bulbapedia, TCG Player. I think we're into the Gold and Silver era now. Yeah. Or Heart Gold and Soul Silver, sorry. This is definitely from like 2009 or 2011, so the DS era. Yeah, and that's a promo. That's the last of the, I believe, Diamond and Pearl era. So moving on here to X and Y base set, I believe. Sorry, not X and Y, Black and White, Gen 5. Unless I've got this all wrong. These two Scraggies are, this is from, that's Furious Fist, right? So this is XY, sorry, this was the end of Black and White then. Yeah, that's Black and White. But this is a McDonald's promo with a cracked ice foil. So this is XY. This is kind of when I was back into collecting, so most of these cards I think I did in fact pull myself. I may have pulled a few from Black and White because I may have opened some packs from that era when I got back into collecting, but most of these I probably did pull because I opened a lot of XY packs when I first started back in like 2017. The Magneton is cool. Oh yeah, everybody knows these two. The Hypno Clefairy duo. One of Komiya's most well-known, I guess, pairs. He has a few pairs of cards that kind of go together. And we got Generations, Radiant Collection. This is Breakthrough, Breakpoint, Steam Siege, everyone's favorite, and XY promos. Also a proxy. I'm not going to pretend like I have this card. It's outside my budget. I waited too long to get it, and now it's just hundreds of dollars. So another proxy from Rock James. Thank you again. And on to Sun and Moon base. So Sun and Moon was kind of the expansion that got me right back into collecting and playing. I opened a lot of Sun and Moon packs from pretty much every expansion they did. So these cards are just like very familiar to me. That's one of my favorites. Absolutely love that Onyx. And there we got 3 Tyrogue evolutions. The Hitmons. Crabominable's great. Wimpod. This is like one of my favorite cards as well. In general, Sun and Moon era had some amazing artworks from Komiya. On to Cosmic Eclipse, the very last Sun and Moon set. And that's a promo that came in a team up tin, a tag team tin, also a proxy from Rock James. That's the last proxy, I believe. Down here we have 4 sleeves, so these are just individual sleeves with no cards in them, and these are from Pokemon Center Japan. They're all still illustrated by Komiya, and I got these from a fella rebuilding Pokemon on Instagram. He kindly offered to sell me these, and they're very hard to find in general, so I'm glad he did that for me. There's also a Wailord that I'm missing. It's from the It's Not series, which was a product line from Pokemon Center Japan. It had Wailord and Joltik on it. That one's just downright impossible to find, so until I can get a hold of that, these are going to be the sleeves that I have. I'll put the Wailord there if I ever get it. Okay, now here we're on to Sword and Shield. So this is Salazzle from Sword and Shield base. And you can just see how much his style continued to evolve and become more and more out there. Like the backgrounds, all of the backgrounds of these artworks are just super detailed, super colorful, very trippy. And there's that Slowking I mentioned. It's kind of an homage to the original Slowking from the Neo set with the way he's posed. I have the Japanese promo, which was the original print of this card, I guess. Kind of unusual to have a promo printed into the main set of a English release, but yeah, I thought that was interesting. And I ended up with that one somehow, so I just included both. Fusion Strike. Oh, this is a peelable Ditto. I had to include that, so. So we're getting right up to the end here. This is Silver Tempest and Crown Zenith, which are brand new sets. 2 copies of Oricorio. At the end here, we've got the Pikachu Reunion 4-card set. That Pikachu is illustrated by Komiya, so this is a really cool card. I thought I should include all 4 pieces just to include the whole thing as a single card instead of including that one corner with Komiya's Pikachu on it. And then just two cards from Scarlet and Violet era so far. Don't have any Paldea evolved yet. Don't have any 151, obviously. But that's everything. I've still got pages to go, so I won't have to get a new binder anytime soon. Golbat. But that's my Komiya binder. Basically 100% complete. Also got this really cool transparent postcard that Komiya illustrated. And a big top loader. So there's more stuff Komiya's illustrated about Pokemon, but a lot of it is Japanese exclusive merchandise that is either impossible to find or just way too expensive. He's done books, he's done a ton of postcards, like children's books that are just impossible to find and cost way too much money. But I got this postcard, which I think is really cool. It's kind of transparent. Yeah, that's everything. Thanks for watching.